Hey, everybody. I am so excited to be with you all today. My name is Justin Michael Williams, and welcome to Manifest New Year's Eve 2026. Today, we are going to write the mission, vision, and goals for your year ahead in a way that is a proven process. We've been doing this for 9 years to help you manifest your best year yet. And it is honestly, truly my great honor to be your guide on this journey today. This community has been coming together here for 9 years, thousands of people all over the world. And so whether you're listening to this on the podcast, you're watching with us live, or you're watching the recording in the replay, drop into your heart, get cozy, because we are about to drop into a real, sacred, incredible space to help you land your real vision for the new year, to help you hear what is really wanting to press through you at this time for your next chapter of your life. And as we get started on Manifest New Year's Eve, as I do for every single year, I want to make sure that you all type into the chat box where you are coming in from, because we have people from all over the world. And so I want to see you here in the chat box. Let me see who is here. Hello, hello. Okay, we have Maria from New York. We have James from Austin, Texas. Sophie from London, Andre from Toronto, Lucia from Mexico City, hola, Nina from Berlin, Kwame from Ghana, Rachel from Boulder, Colorado, Priya from Mumbai in India, Diego, Sao Paulo, hello, Brazil. And I see my nieces, Malia, Madden, and Alea are here. Hello to my sisters and my family. Hello to everybody in our community. It's so many coming through. I am so grateful to be here with all of you. Thank you. And, I have to tell you that this journey of Manifest New Year's Eve is a really special time. We are in a sacred time of the year where we're at this threshold where, for once, the whole world, for the most part, is on the same page and doing some kind of a ritual to think about how they're going to bring in the new year. And some of us are doing it with intention, and some people are just out and figuring it out. But this moment right here is incredibly important because it helps you line up and decide how you want to take the year forward. So settle in, buckle up, because we're going on a ride, and I'm so excited to be with you. So I start every year of Manifest New Year's Eve in a very particular way, and it is to honor somebody very special in my life. And this woman that you're seeing on the screen right here is my grandmother. And in my family, we call my grandmother Baka. Everybody, if you can type Baka in the chat box. And over 10 years ago now, my Baka, who I was very close to, got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And the doctors told us she only had a couple months to live. And when this happened, it was a huge shock to our entire family. So I flew home to be with her. And when I walked in the door, she asked me a question that literally changed the trajectory of my entire life. My Baka looked at me and she said, "If you were in my shoes and you knew you were going to die in 2 months, what would you do?" And I looked at her and I said, "What are you talking about?" And she said, "Get quiet, get still, and listen." And she asked it again. She said, "If you were in my shoes and you knew you were going to die in 2 months, what would you do?" And I looked at her and I felt this well of emotions just come running up, and I just blurted out before I even knew to think. I just said, I would quit everything that I'm doing. I would quit my lush marketing job. I would quit all of this. And I would record an album. I would do music. And my grandmother looked at me and she goes, "I know." She goes, "Baby, I know." And the thing is, I had always wanted to do music ever since I was a little boy. Here's little Justin. I don't know if I look the same or not, but I never thought I was good enough. I let all the kids who teased me and bullied me at school about being gay, about being different, make me think I sucked at everything, and I stopped myself. And I think we all have these things in our lives. We all have these dreams for our lives that we think are not possible for us, because we tell ourselves, I'm too fat, too old, too ugly, too gay, I'm not good enough, I waited too long, I should have done it before I had kids, it's not realistic, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough training, it's not going to make me enough money, I don't know if I missed anything. But we have these dreams for our lives, and we look at those dreams and we say, that dream is beautiful. That dream, but I'm not sure about it being for someone in my situation or someone like me. And today we're going to wake that dream up in you. And when my grandmother looked at me and asked me this question, if you were in my shoes and you knew you were going to die in 2 months, what would you do? It woke that dream up inside of me. And so I said to her the thing that I had always thought was impossible. I said, I would quit all of this and record an album. And when she looked at me and said, I know, the next thing that she said was, promise me you'll do it. And I looked at her like she was crazy. I said, what? I had really good, I'd never written a song. I didn't play any instruments. I played the drums a little bit, but I didn't play any instruments to write an album. Had never recorded a song, any of these kinds of things. And she said, I don't care. Promise me you'll do it. So I said, okay, I promise. She goes, put your hands over your heart, close your eyes, and say, I promise. And so I did. I said, all right, I promise. And she said, no, say it again inside, to your own heart, to your own self. And I said, I promise. And then I just wept. And I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know how I was going to get there. It seemed like an impossible feat to record an album, to become a recording artist from a completely different life. And then fast forward, because of this moment with My Amazing Baka, 4 years later, I ended up putting out my first album of music, and it charted in the top 20 of the pop charts on iTunes when we used iTunes. And so what you're seeing there on the screen now is Taylor Swift, Britney Spears, me, Meghan Trainor, and then very randomly Barbra Streisand. We love Barbra Streisand, random there. And my whole life changed overnight. And since then, I've gotten to speak and teach on stages all over the world. No stage better than this Manifest stage. This is the group, honestly, is my favorite thing to do. And I've gotten the opportunity to write 2 books and teach and share this work all over the world to help people step into their power, step into their purpose, and step beyond fear so you can step into the life of your dreams, so you can live the life that you really want, the life of your dreams. And that is what we're up to here. Because if we're not up to that, what are we up to? And so this is the mission that we're on today, to help you step into the life of your dreams. And I think the thing that I'm the most proud of, this is actually a big announcement of it here for the very first time. Something that I started just this year is called the Transformational Entertainment Fund. And this is to help this kind of transformational work that's mixed become accessible to people in communities and with backgrounds where it's not accessible to them, because this kind of access is what changed my life. I'll tell you more about that later, but I want to make sure that everybody, no matter what you're going through, has access to this information. And so I share all of this with you today not to brag. I don't share this with you to talk about my story. I share this with you because of one simple truth, and it is that there is a system. There is a system to living a more purposeful, meaningful, and confident life. And this is what I have traveled around 40 countries all over the world for the last 17 years teaching this work, because it is so important and it is so possible for you if you follow the process. And so today we are going to go through a very specific 3-step process together. And that process starts with us creating your vision for 2026. I'm going to walk you through a science-based process for this journey that helps you drop it into your heart and then bring it into your life. But the thing is, when we have a vision, it doesn't just automatically appear, which leads us to step 2. And step 2 is about learning to activate your areas for growth in your life. You're going to learn what areas you need to activate to grow into your vision so that you can enjoy your vision, so that you don't sabotage your vision, so that you can sustain your vision. And this section, for all of you who love and know Manifest, have been coming for years, the first part of the vision Your favorites are all here. But the second part and the third part of what we're up to today is a brand new teaching. And I'm so excited for you to experience this brand new evolution of my teaching on manifesting. And then we'll end with step 3, which is creating your 30-day action plan. How do you actually get started on this vision and not just have something written down in a drawer, but how do you actually start bringing this vision into your life? That's what we're up to. If you're into this today, if you're with me, put some emojis in the chat box. Those of you who come here often, you can put your ones in the chat box. Our ones here in this community when we're online are like our little snaps, our little claps, our little like, yeah, girl. So if you see ones in the chat box, that's what those are. They're just like our little claps and snaps, but you can also put some emojis. And then we'll close out with a closing intention for our journey together. And this entire journey that we're going through today is a part of the process that I teach in my book and in my work called the transformation equation. And we're going through a base model of that today. The transformation equation is a process of light, shadow, and action, which is, what is your vision? How do we bring more light into our lives? Shadow is all about self-sabotage and the things that are holding yourself back. And then action is, how do we take all of our internal work to actually take action and bring it into our lives? And this is what leads to transformation. But the key is, it only leads to transformation if you can hear the voice inside of yourself that is known as your intuition. And so I'm going to guide you through how to do that process today. And my commitment to you as we go through this journey today is that I'm going to teach you everything that I possibly can in this amount of time that we have together here on New Year's Eve. But there will be some of you here who feel complete with what we do today. And there are going to be others of you who are like hungry for more. I know I'm that kind of a person who's like, wait, I want more. And so if you want more, I want you to know that I'm not going to leave you hanging here. I promise I will not leave you hanging here. And so there's more that I'll share with you about how to take this work further, including 2 different ways: our 40 Days to Transformation program, which we do every year at this time of year, and our online meditation teacher training and leader certification program. And I'll share more with those about you a little later towards the middle of our program. Okay? Sound good, everybody? All right. So let's see. All right. So these are my commitments. And I want you, as I'm making my commitment to show up and give you everything I got a couple commitments that I need for you all to make. So your commitment to you is, I want you to not just watch, I want you to participate today. Nothing happens today from you just watching. You gotta actually do the work with us. And the way to do this work with us is actually really simple. This is an interactive workshop style experience. And so you have a workbook that you should have received in your email. If you don't have the workbook, or you're listening to the podcast, for example, the link to the workbook is in the description, in the show notes for this episode. And if you're watching the recording, it's in the description. You just click the link to open up your workbook. You can print it out and write by hand, or you can easily fill it out digitally. It's fillable digitally, or you can just open it up and write in your own journal. But the workbook is going to guide you through the whole experience. We're going to be together for about 2 hours or so in this workshop style format. And again, the recording for all of this is available through all of January if you want to go through it again. And I'm also really excited to share that many of you know the podcast has started again, which I'm very excited about, called Inspiration Sessions. And for all of January, the recording of this is going to be on the podcast as well, for those of you who want to listen that way. I'll be sharing quite a bit of music today. All of the music from today's session is original music. If you feel like you like any of the songs, I know people always ask, so I just want you to know it's on the bottom of page 4 of your workbook. There's a special playlist where you can listen to all of the original music that I'm sharing with you today. It's all my music, and I'm very honored. So now that we've gotten oriented in the space and we've arrived, I'd like to take 3 breaths, now that we're done with the logistics, to arrive in this space and ground together before we get into the visioning work. So go ahead and just place your hands over the center of your chest. Close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. Take a deep, full breath in and a deep breath out. And again, take a deep, full breath in and a deep breath out. And now with me to the count of 3. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Hold for 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, and 3. Again, inhale deeply. 1, 2, 3. Hold for 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. We're just grounding. Last time, all right? Inhale 1, 2, 3. Hold for 1. You got it. 2, 3. Hold this one a little longer. Sip in a little more air if you can. And now open the mouth, let it all out with a sigh. Ha, all out. And just feel into this internal space. You are here. You are here. And we're going to go on this journey together. You got this. I'm just taking a moment to be grateful for this moment. Okay, so let's do it. I want to talk to you a little bit about the science of what's up here. All right, I'm a bit of a science geek. I'm going to make it simple. Science has shown the Greater Good Science Center at UC Berkeley has defined 6 life zones. And this says that there are 6 zones of life. And what the science shows is that if you have purpose and fulfillment in these 6 zones of life, you will live pretty much as happy of a life as anybody can get. And so I'm going to guide you through all 6 of these zones, and we're going to end up writing a vision for all 6 of these life zones. So the first life zone is work. Everybody type in work in the chat box. It'll help you remember. The second life zone is play. The third life zone is well-being. And we break that down into spiritual, emotional, and physical. The fourth life zone is relationships. The fifth life zone is financial freedom. And the 6th life zone is service. So I want you all to just type all of those into the chat. It will help you remember them. I want you to have these in your mind forever, okay? Work, play, well-being, relationships, financial freedom, and service. Great. So as we roll forward into this, I'm going to just briefly cover some of the ones that need a little explaining, all right? So work is a simple one. What is your ideal career situation? Ideal career situation. That's all we need to know here. Play is the one I want to spend a little bit of time on. So play, this is the category that's sometimes a little tough for adults, okay? For us adults, there may be some kids watching, which is great. And the question here is, what brings you joy that is purely for fun and is definitely not work? So let me give you an example, all right? So I am a singer. Even though I love singing, singing cannot be my play because I also sing for my work. If I just sang as a hobby, but didn't do anything to do it with money or transaction or work or having to perform, then this could be an area of play. So even if you like your work, even if you work in your passion, the key that I'm trying to get to you here is what the research shows is you have to have a second zone of life that is just defined as play. And what it is it's joy purely for fun. And let me add one little thing here that's really important for you all to know. It is a total myth. It is a total myth. There is no research to prove this at all, that people who work in their passion are happier in life. It's like the biggest Instagram lie that we've heard. And so what the research actually shows is that people who work in their passion actually sometimes have more trouble finding happiness because they started to have to wring money out of something that just once brought them joy. And so you can have a job that you like that isn't your life passion and then still have hobbies that allow you to engage in your passion. So as we talk about work and play, I don't want you to think that the only pathway to have successful work is if your passion is to be a dancer, then you have to go work as a dancer. You don't have to do that to have a fulfilled life. You just have to include it in your life in some way, which can be in your play. All right. So my play is going to ecstatic dance. That's what I love to do. All right. Moving on. Well-being. How do you nurture yourself physically, emotionally, and spiritually? Relationships. Who do you spend time with and how? What about your relationship with yourself? So relationships is about with yourself and with others, as we write about this life zone. Financial freedom. What does life look like if money is not a limit or a worry? How much is enough? Now, this is where you have to get really real with yourself. And this is why your vision being in alignment really matters. Because for some people, if your vision for your life is to run a big business and travel all over the world, and your vision is that you need to be flying in first class all the time, this is your vision, that's a very different financial need to live and sustain that vision and finance it than somebody whose vision is to live on a farm in Bali with their 2 kids and their family. Like that's a lovely vision if that is your true heart's desire and vision. But it doesn't mean that it costs the same thing to sustain it. So what does it cost to sustain your vision? Let's get in there. What do you need? And then we continue on to the last, and I say the most important life zone, but they're all very important according to the research, is service, which is how exactly do you give to others without expecting anything in return? This is one of those other life zones that sometimes gets mixed with work. So if you work in a career that's of service, for example, a counselor or a doctor or a this, what the research shows is you have to come up with a separate item for service where you're not expecting anything in return. There's not a transactional nature to it, even if you do work in a service industry. And so what's important here, and the reason I'm defining these this way and going through them step by step is because as we write your vision, and I'm going to give you steps on how to do that, you have to write about each category and understand that each category has certain things that you want to define in them. And even though there will be some overlap, you want to make sure each category is fully being fulfilled, or you have a vision for its fulfillment on its own. Okay? They can overlap, but it has to be a strong category on its own as well. All right, everybody understand? You with me? All right, so these are the 6 life zones. So in a moment, we're going to get to the process of writing your vision. Don't start writing yet. Okay, I have instructions for you, and we're going to go through the whole process together. I'm going to actually give you time to write it here in this session. And so I want to first take you through the 6 steps, 6 essentials to writing your vision. The 6 essentials to writing your vision are as follows. Number 1, you're going to write your vision as if you're 12 months in the future, in the present tense, as if it's already happened. So instead of thinking like, in the future, I'm going to do this, you're going to write as if it's already happened or happening. So I am doing this, right? You can even go, I did do this. The second essential is to write with gratitude. So writing with gratitude is starting each sentence with something like, I'm so grateful that, thank you for, it's so incredible that. And we want to write with words of gratitude so we can feel the joy of our vision unfolding and not feel overwhelmed by it. So we're infusing every sentence as possible of the vision with gratitude and in the present tense. Now, the third part is important. It's to write this in your own way. You can write in bullet points, you can write in paragraphs, you can draw pictures, you can mix them all up. The research doesn't show that any of that matters. You just write in whatever way feels comfortable to you. Doodles, pictures, bullets, mix it all up. Okay. And all of this that I'm sharing here right now is on page 5 of your workbook, by the way. It's all on page 5 of your workbook. Number 4, this is really important, is to include your senses in the vision. What do you see in the vision? What do you hear? What do you smell? What do you taste? And what do you feel, both emotionally and kinesthetically? This brings the vision to life. Number 5 is to focus on the feeling of your vision. So we're going to write, of course, you're going to write about what it looks like and what you're doing and what's happening. But we also have to make sure we're writing into the vision about the energy. Who are you being in this vision? And we're going to expand on that more in the second half of our time together today. And then last but not least, super important, is to dream bigger than your circumstances. And I'm going to dive into this a little bit more a little later to help you understand what I mean by this. So here's how it's going to work. Don't start writing yet. There is a page for each life zone in your workbook. All right. So once you go into your workbook, page 5 has all of the instructions that I just went through. And then there's a page for each life zone. And you'll see that we have pink background on the paper. And most of you may have noticed in your emails when you signed up for this that I said, if you have a red pen, to bring a red pen. So what's up with the pink paper and the red pen? So one of my favorite teachers in the whole world, I have a lot of great teachers, but Brenda is amazing. Her name is Brenda Rose. Brenda taught me years ago, and so I've been doing Manifest this way ever since, is that when you write your vision on pink paper, it wraps your vision in the energy of love, which is the most powerful frequency that we got. And then when you write it with a red pen, because red is the slowest color on the color spectrum to manifest, it's why it's where it's at on the rainbow, etc. Red is slower, moves slower frequency, that your vision comes up rooted. Red is the root chakra. So instead of your vision falling in your lap and you being like, oh my God, I don't know how to hold this, like it all came so fast, your vision grows up. It grows in a way that you can sustain. And you can ask people in this community, I don't know what the magic is with it all, but all the people who have done this, they come back talking about that somehow it made a really big difference. And so if you have a red pen, write with a red pen. If you don't have a red pen, don't trip, don't wait. It's okay. I just am giving you the option to add a little bit of something to the practice. So before we start going through the vision, let me just say again, you really can write with any color pen, okay? It's going to be okay, but I just want to explain that to you all. So I want to give you an example vision. This is a vision that I had been working with for the last year, and I'll share with you a little bit about this vision. So here's an example of how a vision might sound in the present tense, using all of the elements, senses, energy, what we feel, etc. This is an example of a work vision in the work life zone. It might sound something like this. I am so thankful for the amazing experience I had finishing my new album. This is something that I'm manifesting. I've been working on a new album. Those of you who know, my third one. And so I write, it is done. Do you see? So it's in the present tense as if it's finished. And I'm so proud of what we have created. I'm so thankful for the discipline I built, carving out time no matter how busy life got. Thank you, universe, for truly letting the right people in. It is so fun to be in collaboration with the perfect team. I'm so grateful for the team of songwriters, producers, and musicians who came together to bring this project to life. And this is a big part. You can see how this kind of interacts with relationships. It's a big part of my vision for my work, is doing some of it in the right kind of community with people who I really like. I am so thankful. So notice they're all starting with these words of gratitude. I am so thankful that I focused on creating songs that I truly love, that I personally feel proud of, and that I love dancing around to in my living room and blasting for my friends in the car. So do you see how I'm giving it some detail, some feeling, some texture, scene, like what it's going to be like when I have this and how it's going to feel for me. Thank you for the early mornings and the late nights that I showed up for myself, because I'm really busy and I still made this happen with the music. I am flowing with gratitude and I feel so proud holding this album in my hands. I have a vision of having like a vinyl of my album in my hands when I do my vision. And then last but not least, I am so thankful that I was able to choose courage, creativity, and love, even when fear was louder. You did this, Justin. You did this. Congratulations. So this is an example of a vision for work. And you'll have your own vision and it will come out your own way. It doesn't need to sound like mine. I just want to give you an example of how it looks to implement some of these tools. Okay, so we're going to get ready in a moment to do a practice to help you get into the journey of writing your vision. But before we get into this practice, there is a really important story that I want to tell you that's honestly one of my favorite and most important stories to tell. And it is a story called The Fisherman and the Frying Pan. And it goes like this. Once upon a time, long, long ago, there was this great river. And this great river was known far and wide throughout all the land to have the biggest fish that anybody had ever seen. And so one day, this young fisherman traveled for 40 days and 40 nights to get to the great river. And he arrives at the river's edge and he throws his fishing line into the river. And next thing you know, he reels in this big, huge fish and throws it back into this river. And this older fisherman who's been there for a while, who's been coming to the river, looks at this young fisherman. He's like, what is he doing? Why is he catching these big, beautiful fish and throwing them back into the river? Like, isn't this what he came here for? And he does it again. The younger fisherman reels in this big fish, throws it back into the river. And then right on the third time, he's reeling in an even bigger fish. He looks at it and the older fisherman runs up to him and says, wait, what are you doing? And he looks at this younger fisherman and says, why do you keep catching these big, beautiful fish and just throwing them back into the river? Isn't this what you came here for? And the younger fisherman looks up at this big, beautiful fish in his hands. He sizes it up. And he says, well, this fish may be big, and it may be beautiful, and it may be exactly what I came here for. But it's too big for my frying pan. It's too big for my frying pan. And he tosses it back into the river. Now, this sounds ridiculous, but this is what we do with our dreams. Dreams about our life come flowing down through the river of consciousness. They come in our dreams. They come when we're relaxed. They come into our minds when we're driving, when we see it, when we're in the shower. We get ideas about these dreams for our lives. And we say, that dream, too big for someone like me. Too big for my frying pan, for my circumstances, for someone of my age, for someone of this type, for someone like this. Bull. No. Today, we are waking up that dream because there's so much that we can do other than throw our dreams back into the river when this is what you came here for. This is what you came here for. So let's wake it up. We're going to do a practice now. And this practice is called the Dream Bigger practice. As soon as we finish the practice, I'm going to give you time to go straight in to writing your vision. Let's begin. Get ready to write your vision. And we're going to do a practice to hear your intuition. Go ahead and place your hands over the center of your chest, one over the other. Take a deep, full breath in and a deep breath out. And close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. Take another breath in and another breath out. And now with me again to the count of 3. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Hold for 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Again, inhale 1, 2, 3. Hold for 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Last time, inhale 1, 2, 3. Hold this one a little longer. Sip in a little bit more air if you can. And now open the mouth, let it out. Ah. And now stay in this internal space. And just breathe normally. And I want you to imagine a future version of yourself who is living the life of your dreams. Everything is exactly as you could always dream of 12 months from now. And I want you to dream bigger than your frying pan. Like if this came true, it would be an absolute miracle. If you could rub a magic lamp and everything was possible. What do you notice? What's coming up for you? Take a moment and scan around yourself as you imagine this vision. And notice what's coming up. Notice what you see in the vision with your inner eye. Any colors, textures. Notice if there's anybody there with you or if you're alone. Notice what's happening in this vision that indicates that something has changed in your life. And ask yourself, what about this vision would make it even more miraculous? How can you make this even more miraculous? Go there. Let yourself go there now. Now we're just going to lightly scan through each life zone, noticing whatever you notice. It may not be complete, but you'll get little hints that you can expand on later. See if you can now turn a chapter and imagine what this version of you is doing for work, or how your work has changed. How has your work changed in this vision? And now, notice what you're doing for play, for your hobbies and interests, just whatever it is that is fun, play for you. Notice what's arising without overthinking it. Trust. And now we go to well-being. Like you turn a page and you can see all the things that you're doing physically, emotionally, and spiritually to take care of yourself. What do you notice? And now we turn the page to relationships. Who are you spending your time with? Who are you spending more time with? How do those relationships feel? What's the quality of the energy in these relationships? See what bubbles up. And now financial freedom. What do you need in your life financially to make this vision come true, to sustain it? What number? And how does it feel? What number? And how does it feel to have this money? How does it feel to have this abundance? And now we go to service. How are you giving to others without expecting anything in return? In what way lights you up to do this? Service. And now just be with this vision, anything that has bubbled up for you in any area. And when you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes and start writing your vision with whatever life zone comes first. Just make sure you do all 6. If you run out of time, don't worry. You can come back. I'm giving you time to write your vision now. You have plenty of time.
come home. Come home now. It's time to come home. It's time. It's time to come home. Come home now. It's time to come home. It's time. It's time to come home. Come home now. It's time to come home. It's time. You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it.
Okay, so go ahead and start wrapping up. And just take a moment now and take a deep breath in, hands over the heart, and a deep breath out. And one more time, a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. And if you know the words to this song, please sing along. This is Imagine for your vision in the world.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Ooh. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for.
Sing with me, come on.
And no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but we're not the only ones. No, I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one. Sing that part with me, come on. You may say we are dreamers, but I'm not the only one. No, I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one.
We rise together, everybody. We rise together. Okay, let me go back on the laptop. Hey, okay, we're back. I am so thankful and so grateful for the amazing team that is working behind the scenes, Kate, and the amazing team that you can't see, who is making all of this work seamlessly for us. So Kate McCullough, I love you. Thank you. And the whole Manifest team. And I want to say that I'm so grateful that you've had some time to work on your vision. And if you're not done, don't worry. Let me tell you what to do. So we've gotten through the first phase of the process, which is creating your vision for 2026. And we are going to go into the second phase, which is about how to learn and activate your areas for growth in your life. This is so important. Now, if you need more time on your vision, here's what I suggest after us doing this for so many years. Don't stop here and then go write your vision and wait. Don't pause it. What I want you to do is, even if you're not finished with your vision, continue with us till the end, and then you'll know everything that we're doing. And then you can come back and finish and work on your vision and everything that you need to later, okay? So that's the game plan. So stick with us here. And learning and activating your areas for growth for your vision is so important. And I want to introduce you all to a concept that I learned from an amazing human being named Vishen. And Vishen is the founder at Mind Valley. Mind Valley is an incredible company that does a lot of tools for growth and our own growth. And Vishen posted something on Instagram back several months ago. And as soon as he posted this, it was so powerful that I knew right away, this is what I'm going to be teaching at Manifest for part 2 of Manifest. And so I want to share with you this, what I think is an amazing pose for vision that is going to orient us with what we're up to next about learning and your areas for growth. So I know you probably can't see this too well unless you're on a big screen, so I'm going to read it to you. This is Vishen's Instagram post, and there's his link to his IG if you want to go follow him. So it says this. Listen with your whole heart here. It says, the universe doesn't care about the pretty picture in your mind. It cares about your capacity to hold what you're asking for. Every time you set an intention, life will send you not the thing, but the curriculum. You ask for love, you will meet the parts of you that push love away. You ask for abundance, and you will meet every belief in you that says you are not enough. You ask for freedom, you will meet every chain you've forged yourself. Manifestation is not about calling something in. It's about letting everything in you that's not ready for it die. This is why it feels hard. This is why it feels slow. Because the thing you want already exists. But you have to become the person. You have to become the person who can live inside it without collapsing, sabotaging, or shrinking. The vision is the bait. The becoming is the work. And the moment you finally realize that, you stop asking, why isn't it here yet? And you start asking, who am I becoming in the process? That's when the universe says, now you're ready. So that is what we're up to here. And what we're doing in part 2, and what I really take from this, the key that I take from this, I have little chills, I don't know about you, is that manifestation is about becoming someone. It's not just about getting things. It's about becoming someone who can hold, sustain, and enjoy what you're asking for. It's never about just the thing. It is about the becoming. So how are you going to become someone who is ready to hold your vision? The becoming is important because so many of us know people, we've seen examples of this out in pop culture, who have gotten everything that they've ever asked for and wanted. And were so miserable in that vision that it took them down. So it's never just about the thing. It's about who we are becoming in the thing so that we can, and the word that I've really added here is enjoy it. We can hold it. We can sustain it. We can be with it. How do you need to grow in order to become someone for your vision? This is what we're up to here. So I want you to turn to page 12 of your workbook, and I'm going to guide you into the next part of our process, which is all about the becoming and asking yourself and discovering, who do I need to become to be ready for this vision? Let's talk through this. I'll guide you through a short practice and then give you a little bit of time to explore it and write on your own. So for the becoming, the question that we are asking is, what part of me needs to grow or expand in order to truly enjoy, sustain, and hold my vision? What part of me needs to expand? So that might mean there's a skill you need to build or a capacity you need to strengthen, or maybe there's some inner work you need to do, like there's some beliefs that you have or some patterns that you have, or your nervous system is responding in a way that needs your care and attention. And so I'll give you an example for me. I gave you my example vision for creating my album, right? And one of the things that I know about myself is because of some trauma that I experienced in my life, I can be a bit self-conscious about my voice. And so I know that a way that I need to grow is to not be self-conscious about my voice. But the way that I would say that in a positive way, in a directional way that it leads to my growth, is I know that I need to become more confident in my voice. So this is an area that I know I need to grow in to sustain and hold my vision of having an album that I love. Is I need to become more confident in my voice and not feel self-conscious so I can step out there on the stage and do my thing without being in my head, without being stuck in my head. And so this is an area for growth for me. You'll discover the areas of growth for you. And so when we go into this, the question is, what part of me needs to grow or expand in order to truly enjoy, sustain, and hold my vision? Go ahead. You'll have page 12 open on your book. Place your hands over the center of your chest. Close your eyes. This is how we're tapping in to the answers inside of you. Take a deep, full breath in and a deep breath out. And again, another breath in and another breath out. And now just ask yourself that question. In what ways do I need to grow or expand in order to truly enjoy, sustain, and hold my vision? I'm going to give you a few moments to write the answer for each life zone now. Okay, go ahead and put your hands over the center of your chest. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Just let all of that settle for now. And we've already started a really big and beautiful journey together. We started with step 1 of creating your vision for the new year. And we've gone into the second phase, which is to learn and activate your areas for growth. And before we go into the third step and our closing ritual, I want to do what I promised for you all here and invite you into a couple ways to take this work further. And there are 2 ways that you can take this work further with our incredible community that I'll share with you here. So the first way is our 40 Days to Transformation program, which many of you know about. Put some ones in the chat box or an emoji in the chat box if you've done the 40 days. And our online meditation teacher training, which dives deeper into this work, like in the deepest way of your heart to transform you in the biggest way possible. And both of these programs are starting on January 12th of the new year. And if you're listening after January 12th, don't worry, I'll let you know what to do. So I'll start by telling you all, those who are not aware already of 40 Days to Transformation. We've been doing this now for 5 years. And our online journey, again, begins on January 12th. It's a journey where we go through as an entire community for 40 days to set ourselves up for our vision for our lives. And we go through it together as a community. There's more information about this on page 15 in your workbook, but I'd like to tell you about some of the highlights now that I think you'll enjoy. So remember that I talked about this transformation equation: light, shadow, action, and learning to hear your intuition equals transformation. We go through this whole process of really diving deep into your vision, even deeper than we're able to do today and that we're doing right now. And then we go deep into shadow work, which is all about learning the things that are holding you back from taking action in your life that is aligned with who you really are and where you say you want to go. So I'll give you just a little brief understanding. This is just a little brief teaching. So even if you join the program or not, I want you to know this for your life, about your shadow work. So shadow work is like this. You say in your life you want to go to the right. And you're like telling yourself, I want to go to the right. I want to go to the right. It's so important for me to go to the right. It's in my vision that I go to the right. But then you make choices that take you to the left. And then you make another choice that takes you to the left. Your shadow is understanding all of the choices that you're making and what part of you is making that choice, what's causing this choice making in the first place. So I want you to have that lesson about what shadow's about. And then that allows us to take action and listen to our intuition and transform. And so really that's what we're up to in this program, which is helping you learn how to understand your intuition, get crystal clear, even clearer than you are now on your vision. Stop your fear and your self-sabotage, learning to believe in yourself, like actual tools on how to do that, actual practical tools on how to be more confident. You'll learn to meditate in the process, which is so exciting. And the best part is you get accountability with me and our coaches that I've trained to step into your next chapter. So let me tell you about how it works. Every day for 40 days, it's very simple. I made this very accessible. You get a 12 to 15 minute audio only practice from me that you just listen to in your ears. You do these practices every day for 40 days. If you skip a day, it's okay. You can catch up. And then we have weekly live group coaching with me on Zoom where we get to interact. And you have the option to be in weekly personalized small group coaching circles. We call them family circles with our certified coaches. And what I'm super excited about this year is we've added a really special option that people have been asking for forever, which is an upgrade option to the program. And this allows you to do the 40 days and get one-on-one coaching from me. And so this is a limited opportunity for this, and you can look on the page to learn more information about that one. Okay, so I'm going to tell you in a second how to sign up and the price. And before I say this, I have to share a little personal story with you all. because this is actually really personal to me and really important. It was only because of the generosity of teachers and leaders who made programs accessible to me when I couldn't afford it that I'm here able to do this work today. And one day, one of my teachers said to me, I asked him, why are you giving all of this to me? And he said these words, one day, there are going to be people who need to hear your voice. And he just blessed me with all of these lessons and all of these teachings for years. I still talk to him all the time, every week. And this is why, for me, it is so important to make sure that financials, as much as I am possibly able to, do not impact your ability to join my programs, because I wouldn't be able to do these programs at a certain point in my life when I was doing this if it wasn't for people supporting me and helping me. And so you'll know that about our community and about a value is that access matters. And so now I get to tell you the exciting things is access matters so much to me that we offer scholarships and monthly payment plan options to both of these programs because no one should be locked out of transformation because of financial hardship. All right, so we have scholarships available. So now let me tell you the part that I've been so excited about for months. The normal price of this program, what we have sold it for the last several years, is $597. And that is with scholarships that are obviously available, full payment plans, all of that. Okay, are you guys ready? Hold on. So, but the drum roll, please. What I'm very excited about is that we have gotten support from some donors to help us make the price of this more accessible than ever. And the price of the 40 Days to Transformation program this year is $99 for the whole program, but that is available to you for the next 3 days. For the next 3 days from when you are watching this program. And you will see that you have 3 days to join at this $99 price. That is because we have limited funding from some donors who have helped us make this possible. And I'm so grateful. And so if you want to even support more scholarships and give a tax-deductible scholarship, you can do that on the page as well. That I will give you the link to. And if you're tuning in after January 12th, you can still participate in this in a different way. Just go to the page, even if it's after January 12th, and you'll see everything that you need to see there. And so I'm so grateful to have this opportunity to share this with you all. It makes my heart so full. And if you want to join, the links obviously are in the description. They're all here, but here it is for you. It's justinmichaelwilliams.com/40 days. justinmichaelwilliams.com/40 days. And it's also on page 15 of your workbook. And again, if you need support, we are here to help. And I'm so grateful to say that we're able to do that this year. So welcome. I know it's been a big year for a lot of people, and I really hope this helps you join the program. Now, let me talk to you about the second option to take this work further before we get into our final stage of our work together here on taking action. And the second option to take this work further is all about our teacher training certification program. So I've had the gift of certifying over 100 certified teachers to become not just teachers, but certified transformational leaders who understand this work deeply, and a certified meditation teacher, which allows you to teach in studios, in classes, online, all this kind of stuff. Both programs begin on January 12th. And the application deadline, because you have to apply to join the teacher training, is January 7th. And just who is this for? This is for people who are dreaming of stepping into your role as a coach, as a teacher, or are a leader. We're going to teach you everything that you need to know to step into that, including business tools. And it's also for people who just care deeply about personal growth. Maybe you're already sharing personal growth stuff with your community online, but you feel called to do it in a more official way. So you can join us there. It includes the full 40-day program inside of the teacher training. So the 40 days is included in the teacher training. If you're signing up for the teacher training, you will have that. And to apply and learn more, it's on page 15 of your workbook as well, or you just go to justinmichaelwilliams.com/training And obviously, all of that information is in the show notes, and the application deadline is January 7th for that program. So I'm very excited about these two programs that we're launching this year. And I hope that if you are feeling called in your heart, that you will join us. Okay. So let's get to our next phase of our journey together. I am so excited to take us straight into our third step, which is creating your 30-day action plan. Now, this is a moment for you to create your action plan for how you are going to bring this vision to life in a meaningful way. So let's just pause here and first take a breath in and a breath out. And just ask yourself, what have you learned about yourself so far? You've written the vision and you've already learned some areas for growth. So ask yourself, what have I learned about myself so far? You might close your eyes and just do it for a moment and just see what bubbles up. And once you have something, just take a deep breath in and a breath out. And just let that be with you as we go into the next phase of our journey. And if you feel inspired to type something into the chat box about what you're learning about yourself so far, we'd love to be able to see those here. So I'd like to take you into your 30-day action plan. And the way that this works is we're talking about what you're going to do for the next 30 days. If you're watching this live, it's before the end of January. If you're watching it later, it's whenever you're watching it 30 days, okay, from now. This action plan is all on page 13 of your workbook, and I'm so excited to take you into it. So here we go. What you're going to do is for each life zone, similar to what you did in the previous exercise, you're going to ask this question. What is one clear, realistic action I will take in the next 30 days to begin activating this vision? What is one clear, realistic action I will take in the next 30 days to begin activating this vision? And you want to just consider a few different things and ask yourself, first, maybe your action is just about the vision itself, but maybe the action is about the area for growth that we did in the previous exercise. But overall, you're just going to pick one step, something doable that you can do that's supportive and real. So let me give you some examples. I already have walked you through my vision about my album. I walked you through my vision of growth. So I'll give you two examples. One example could be before the end of January, I'm going to write 4 songs. So this is taking me towards my vision of my album. But if I wanted to go the direction of taking a step in the direction just of the growth that I need internally about my self-confidence, about my work, about my voice, I would say, second example, before the end of January, I will start voice lessons again. This might help me start to become more confident in my voice. And so we're going to do this exercise together right now. So you're going to simply ask yourself this question for each life zone. What is one clear, realistic action I will take in the next 30 days to begin activating this vision? This is on page 13 of your workbook. So we're just going to pause here, put your hands over the center of your chest so we can drop deep into the heart space. Take a full deep breath in, close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so, and a deep breath out. And another deep, full breath in, and a deep breath out. And just start by asking yourself this question. What is one clear, realistic action that I will take within the next 30 days to begin activating this vision? It can be about your areas for growth or your vision. I'll give you a few moments to start writing this now. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Go ahead and place your hands over your heart. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And just clear all that. Take it all in. There's a lot bubbling up. And before we go do our closing intention, which is a very powerful practice that we'll close with together, I want to just remind you here, because I know many of you enjoy it, that all of the music from today is original music that you can get on any platform, really, but we put a special playlist together for you, and it's in your workbook. And also the QR code is here, and the links are in the podcast description, etc. if you want to get the playlist of all the music today. Very excited about that. And we've gone through a bit of a journey. We've started with creating your vision for 2026. I know some of y'all still got writing to do, and that's fine. And then you've learned to activate your areas for growth, the places that you need to become someone who can hold, sustain, and enjoy the power of this vision that you are calling in. And then we looked at how to create actions, mini steps that you're going to do in the next 30 days. And this is how you begin to change your life. We've talked about the 2 different programs, the 40 Days to Transformation and the online meditation teacher training that I'm so excited. It looks like many of you will be joining for. And now it is time for us to do our closing intention together. And the closing intention this year is an affirmation for your heart, something that you are going to just call in and commit to in the same way that my grandmother had me do all those years ago, that helped me set and step into the life of my dreams. And I'm hoping that today I just bring a little bit of my Vaka's wisdom to all of you to help you step more fully into yours. And so here's what I want you to do. You're going to close your eyes in a moment, but first make sure you have your workbook and your vision and everything right in your hands. If you printed it, I want it in your physical hands. If you didn't print it, then just place your hands over your heart and you can imagine holding your vision with you. And all you're going to do is say these words first out loud, and we'll do it together. And then you'll say them right into your own heart as a whisper. And then you'll say them completely silently into your own heart, just like my grandmother had me do. And so the affirmations and the words for your vision are, I am enough. Go ahead and say that. I am enough. I am ready. Go ahead and say that. I am ready. I am coming home to me. I am coming home to me. And then, last but not least, I promise. I promise. So I want you now to say these words to yourself. Imagine your vision in your own mind and heart. And just repeat these words. You're going to go from loud to soft. We'll start together, and then I'll be quiet so you can do it on your own. Let's begin. I am enough. I am ready. I am coming home to me. I promise. I am enough. Say it. I am ready. I am coming home to me. I promise. I am enough. Last time out loud. I am ready. I am coming home to me. I promise. And now say it with a whisper. I am enough. I am ready. I am coming home to me. I promise. A few more times with a whisper. I am enough. Now let it get softer even. I am enough. I am ready. I am coming home to me. I promise. And now do it silently in your own heart 3 more times inside. And then just pause there in this internal space. And just feel the vision, the power, and the possibility that is with you. For today and always. And before you open your eyes, I just want you to ask yourself, what's the number one thing that you want to take with you from everything that we did today? When you have that, just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And when you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes. Open your eyes. And here we are. I'd love for you to type your golden nuggets into the chat box. I love to see them. Okay, hold on. I see some things coming in. James says to have an honest conversation with my mom I've been avoiding. Lena says to commit to a consistent morning routine. I see some golden nuggets coming in too. Naomi says, I need to make time for creativity without guilt. Keisha says, I need to listen to my body sooner. Camila says, I'm going to start charging for what I'm worth. Marcus is going to pay off one debt at a time. I gotta go, Marcus. Okay, hold on. I'm seeing these all come in. I'm like, whoa. Okay. Lena, commit to a consistent morning routine. Michael, submit your application instead of waiting. Beautiful. I'll tell you my golden nugget. All right. My golden nugget is this, that even though, my grandmother passing was one of the hardest things that I've ever gone through, I've got to share her wisdom with thousands of people all over the world. And even though it was so challenging for me in that moment, it turned into a great gift, not just for me to step into my life and the life of my dreams, but to help activate and share Baka's wisdom with so many of you. And I'm so grateful that you trust me to spend this time on your New Year's or whatever you're listening with me. And so as we close, I want you to know that you are enough, that you are ready to step into the life of your dreams. And I am so thankful and so grateful to be with all of you here. I hope you have an amazing 2026. And I'm going to close out by sharing a song that I think is one of the most powerful songs that we share in our community. And it is a message for the inner child inside of each of us who just wants to know that they are enough, not for what they do, but for who they are. Happy New Year, everybody. And this is I Am Enough.
Little boy, don't cry. You've been in pain enough. Little girl, don't fight. You're finally safe enough. One day I'll look into your eyes, show you you don't need to hide behind disguise. Spread your wings, you're terrified. Don't be afraid, you're born to fly. I'm by your side. I am enough. I am golden, baby. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. I am golden, baby. I am enough. I am enough. Everything you've ever wished for is right there inside of you. And all we gotta do is tap into that true, authentic part of ourselves. You are enough.
Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. We rise together. Mwah. Bye for now.